All right, so I think I tried to explain this in the earlier video about an hour and a half ago. Um, there's a chop block and a double chop block where you chop the radius bone during an opponent's attempt at a hook punch, and you double chop block to the bicep muscle, either dead center of the bicep or halfway from center to the elbow. Okay, either way will work because there's nerve groups both places. Um, and the question was, what happens if the opponent throws a left hook or a left straight punch following that hook? You do the exact same technique the opposite way and you counterattack. Go ahead and counterattack because then both of your opponent's arms are going to be deadened. And yes, this does work in spite of the AI saying that it doesn't work. I know from full contact sparring, second degree black belts back in the day, and there was a heavyweight second degree black belt that used to practice his chop blocks on both your legs and your arms when you attack him. And he caught me one time square in the bicep muscle, and it literally deadened my arm for 10 seconds, and I had to wave him off with my other hand. Otherwise, he would have finished me off in short order, in full contact, no rules fighting. uh, I had to verbally and physically wave him off and say, "You got me. That was enough." And so I don't know where the AI gets the fact that it claims that this doesn't work. It does work because I've experienced it firsthand. I know good and well it works. Um, Especially if it's a double chop block. And you don't see them use this in MMA very often. But just to give you an example, Israel Adesanya has a habit of overusing a right-handed or left-handed framing maneuver when he's fighting. And if you want to attack him, you attack his arm first because he leaves it out there so often. Attack his arm and don't overcommit to attacking his head until you wear his framing arm down by using chop blocks on it. That's just one example of how you could beat or at least wear down Israel Adesanya's lead arm. And anyone who's seen him fight knows that I'm telling the truth. He leaves it out in space a lot, framing with it. And that it's actually bad for him because he's telegraphing the next time he's going to throw a real jab because he has to pull it all the way back to standing guard, right? And then throw it out there. So then you know he's probably fixing to throw a real jab when he pulls it back. Um, That's actually a big reason why Sean Strickland beat him. Not to mention that Sean Strickland used a lot more straight kicks while Adesanya used the round kicks. And every schoolboy knows that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Right. So uh-huh. You can also apply a similar chop block to the inside of the thigh following your opponent's attempt at a roundhouse kick that you, for example, blocked with a leg check. So you leg check it first to protect yourself, and then you counterattack the leg because it's now the closest target to yourself. You can also step into the fulcrum of the roundhouse, and most of the energy will miss you, and then you can chop block the leg. And that's going to leave their leg deadened, and they're not going to be able to stand on it very easily. You're actually going to aim for the femoral artery deep inside of the thigh. Um, because there's actually a nerve bundle alongside the femoral artery, which I forget what it's called, but it's there. Generally, nerves run right alongside the arteries anyway. Um, we say in Okinawan karate that every strike can be a block and every block can be a strike. So, and it's also true that every strike can be a grappling maneuver and every grappling maneuver can be modified to be a strike. So, you know, um, but anyway, for some reason, Google AI thinks that's an ineffective technique, and I know firsthand that it does work, and it will deaden your arm or leg if it's done correctly. Now, granted, Matt Grieger was a second-degree black belt who was in fact testing for his third-degree black belt, so he was, 5 years into being a second-degree black belt in Okinawan karate. But uh, so that probably had something to do with it. But it does work, regardless of the fact that the AI thinks it doesn't work. Is it going to single-handedly defeat your opponent? No, but it will allow you to set up punches and kicks and submissions pretty easily during the 10-second window that your opponent's arm is known.